Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and our friends beyond the binary. My name is Phoenix, and y'all seem to enjoy my breakdown video on default, so today we're going to be talking about the secondary antagonist of the first Watch Dogs game, Quinn, aka Lucky Quinn. Now, if you're wondering why I'm talking about Quinn and not Damien, for example, well, that's because I want to work my way up to that. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, as that video is going to take a lot more time to make, as he's a lot more prominent throughout the game. Now then, of course, this video will contain spoilers for the entirety of Watch Dogs 1, and so my friends, without further delay, I present to you Lucky Quinn's one villainous scene.
I want you to run an errand for me, Mr. Iraq. Right. Leave a name and address for this errand, Mr. Quinn. Brinks and Pierce. Make it a strong warning. Get the family if you have to.
The city didn't stop for your grieving family. Because you don't matter. You expect me to beg Lucky Quinn on his knees?
Beg all you want, that doesn't interest me.
First, let's go back to the beginning, shall we? After all, Lucky Quinn's presence is felt throughout the entire of the game, as Mr. Quinn basically owns the entirety of Chicago. Yeah, that's right. And throughout the game, the few times we get to see him, Quinn always steals the spotlight and just shows how ruthless he is, why he is in the position he is in today, why he is the boss of bosses. Throughout the majority of the game, Quinn is relegated to the background, simply hearing about him and his influence on the city rather than us actually seeing him, spending most of our time with the gang under him, the Viceroys, specifically, as Aiden put it,
And you're Lucky Quinn's lapdog.
Iraq. Mainly because Iraq, and by proxy the Viceroys, are kinda Quinn's hired muscle, disposable thugs to do the dirty work for him, such as acting as security for the auction or using Iraq's blackmail stored in Rossi Fremont. But there are a few moments in the game in which Aiden comes face to face with the ruthless mob boss himself. In fact, there are 3 notable moments in the game where the two interact. The first of which being when we were on our job for Jordy transporting a poor schmuck after a job gone wrong, which also unlocks for us to fix our contracts afterwards. A second when Aiden meets him at the auction disguised as Nicholas Crispin, and the final meeting at the Merlot Hotel. When Aiden first meets Lucky Quinn himself, it is during the mission Backseat Driver, in which Jordy has tasked Aiden with driving for a guy from one spot to the next while avoiding the cops' detection. Simple, right? Well, actually, yeah, it really is simple, at least if you've played through the game a few times, as the cops always follow the same movement pattern, so it's pretty easy to navigate once you learn the patterns. Anyways, after you successfully manage to deliver the client to the location, you're met face to face with Lucky Quinn, where he talks to the thug and eventually kills him ruthlessly. And afterwards, says a few words to Aiden, who in return says nothing, and simply leaves. The next time when Aiden meets Quinn is during the mission A Risky Bid, during a certain auction which I really can't go into the details of due to YouTube censorship policies and also just personal reasons, because let's be honest, do you really want to see a human trafficking auction in detail? No. Anyways, during this mission, Aiden Pierce has assumed the identity of Nicholas Crispin and has infiltrated the auction in order to get close enough to Iraq, the leader of the Viceroys, in order to scan an RFID chip located in his dog tag, who just so happens to be talking with Quinn. After successfully managing to scan the chip, the two of them talk for a moment, and it's subtle, but it can be very easily assumed that Quinn knew that Aiden wasn't who he said he was. Let's roll the clip.
Our honored guest has arrived.
Mr. Quinn, unfortunately I can't stay.
Enjoying our little pageant?
Oh, which one? The one down there?
Oh, my associate, Mr. Iraq. He's a loyal soldier.
Moving on to the
But
next
he is
item
young.
on your tablets.
What do you see when you look down there?
Meeting has opened.
I see.
We have an
Someone
opening
flexing
here.
his power.
Mr.
Another
Iraq
bid received.
sees it as an auction. He sees
Motion to raise.
rewards. Experience
Any
has
other
taught
bids,
me
gentlemen?
not to be manipulated,
Bid was raised.
not to back down.
Bids are still open.
And don't detect an accent, Mr. Prisoner.
Final call on this bid. Final call. Sold. Moving
Life
on
has
to
taught
the
me a
next
great
item
many
on
things
your
to get me
tablets.
where I am. And luck had nothing to do with any
Meeting
of
has
it.
opened. We have an opening bid.
Afterwards, it's a while until we meet with Quinn. We take down Iraq and are introduced to the best character in this entire series. Oh my god, I love this dude. I know I said plenty in my video on him, but Default is my genuine, absolute favorite character in the entire game, and I really wish we got to see more of him. I'm not going to yap about him anymore, but if you want to learn more about Default, be sure to watch my previous video. Now then, we deal with Rat Boy, then free Nikki from Damien. Afterwards, Ray calls Aiden and plays an audio clip of Quinn ordering to hit out on Aiden. And afterwards, Ray so kindly informs us that Quinn's hosting an event at his hotel, the Merlot. And so, we the player eventually head there and start the mission titled No Turning Back, where we fight our way through the lobby and eventually are met face to face with Lucky Quinn, who briefly speaks to Aiden before eventually fleeing, and we fight across the rooftops, and we find ourselves in Quinn's office, which brings us to our one villainous scene. After finding a way to open a hidden panel in the wall, showing us Quinn's panic room, the two talk once more, and as much as I would love to go on about why this clip is so good, I'll just play the clip for y'all to see, and then talk about it a bit after.
Well, here we are. You're a young man, Mr. Pierce. Just walk away. Live your life. I assure you, this room is impenetrable. So many people trying to catch you, including myself. You've been more elusive than we anticipated. Do you expect applause when you go out there, that the city will fall to its knees in gratitude?
Everything all right?
Your concern is charming, but I'd concentrate on your escape right now.
I came here for you. You think bulletproof glass is going to stop me?
What are you doing?
Watching an old man die.
Bigger men than you've tried to destroy me. I've ripped them apart, one by one. Do you expect me to beg? Lucky Quinn? On his knees.
Beg all you want, that doesn't interest me.
You don't even know why we attacked you. It was a mistake. We thought you wanted this. You were just sloppy, because you'd walked away. I would have forgotten you. What a lovely woman, Rose Washington. Wasn't for her death, where would I be? Most women die without purpose. But she had enough sense to die in front of the camera. See, and our mayor, never tidy with his secrets. And stupid enough to fall in love.
All of this. Lena's death. Because you didn't want to lose a puppet.
Do you think you've won? See, when I die, they'll build a statue. And you have to help me. The city didn't stop for your grieving family. Because you don't matter.
I know I have proof.
Haven't you heard? I'm the vigilante. I clean up mess like you.
I can make any deal you want.
Something's happened and I don't know what to do.
And just say it.
Quinn's dead.
And with that, Lucky Quinn is dead. The man who single-handedly caused the entire events of the game to unfold. The man responsible for Lena's death and Damien's injury. The target behind this entire crusade of revenge. Now, finally, dead. Aiden escapes the hotel and proceeds onto the final missions of the game. But the story of Lucky Quinn ends here. But I'm going to go on for a little bit more about why I love this scene so much, to the point where I want to make this entire video. The scene perfectly demonstrates the kind of man Lucky Quinn is, asking Aiden if he expects them to beg. And I know it's not exactly shown in this footage here, as I was trying to speed through it and get it to sync up with the music perfectly as it normally does. But if the player just stands there for a moment, if they refuse to hack Quinn's pacemaker to put the final nail in the coffin, then Quinn will try to make a deal, going back on what he just said, saying, "Any deal you want, I'll make it." But that doesn't matter. Quinn could offer us anything. He could offer us his entire empire. But no matter what, Quinn dies. The way the music perfectly syncs up with Quinn's pacemaker flatlining, the way it slowly builds and builds and builds more and more and more, the tension rising throughout this entire conversation, it's beautiful. And the way that Quinn taunts Aiden throughout this, explaining how the world didn't stop moving when tragedy struck his family, because they don't matter. Because to Quinn, they don't matter. To the world, they don't matter. Saying they'll build a statue to him when he's gone. But as we see in the Bad Blood DLC, that's really not the case. At the end of the main game, Aiden releases all the blackmail on Iraq's server to the public. The blackmail that Damien wanted so badly, what he wanted, to allow him to control the city, to give him CTOS, to let him have the power he so desired, to hand over one of Quinn's most valuable tools. And so, all of Quinn's business with the Chicago South Club is made public knowledge. And so, in the Bad Blood DLC, we hear over the radio about Quinn's son, Neil Quinn, who has supposedly taken the position as the head of the Chicago South Club, and an ongoing investigation surrounding them, to which Ray says, based off the way Aiden described him, I doubt there'll ever be another Lucky. And yeah, that's basically it for Lucky Quinn, the mobster with an iron grip over the city who acts as a secondary antagonist and constant looming threat throughout this entire game. And while we rarely ever get to see or hear Quinn in-game, every single one of his appearances sticks with you. It's memorable. Hell, even just his audio logs, which can be found throughout the city in areas controlled by the Chicago South Club, and I think maybe the Viceroys, I don't know. You'll have to fact check that one. Yeah, the audio logs are really interesting. They provide a lot of detail to his character. In fact, the very last one, found in his office right before Aiden kills him, describes Clara quitting after finding Aiden and Damien, with Quinn talking about wanting to set up a meeting with the one and only Default himself. It's these little details that tie the entire world together that I just love so much, and this is why Watch Dogs has been one of my favorite games for the longest time. Like, these little details, the audio logs, the secrets you can find in the environments, all of it just shows how much Ubisoft used to care about this series, how much they used to care about their craft. And it's a shame that we most likely won't ever see that level of care from Ubisoft ever again. Even if they do make another Watch Dogs game, it won't be as good as this one. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means the world to me. And if there's anything you want me to cover next, be sure to let me know. I read every single comment, and I absolutely love to see that you guys enjoy my content. It motivates me to no end. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. I promise I'm going to try and get the next video out a lot sooner. My personal life's just been hectic. But yeah, I've got plans. I'm working on stuff. It's gonna come out soon. And yeah, with that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And again, thank you so much for watching. I have been Phoenix. Peace out.